Hey guys, welcome back. So in the last video, we looked at keyword research, we looked at the VOMA blueprint, we looked at the components on the actual market analysis screen. We explained the keyword clusters and showed you how you could just add one keyword and get the cluster of keywords related back. And we showed you about keyword research. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we've gone through, showed you the top level reports. That's all for Intel. Here's where the real fun starts. So I'm going to come to website structure. I'm going to go to silos. And whenever you see this pop-up come up over here, it's just a reminder that you don't have a funnel set. So when you go down to the grid, you're going to see invalid number. You need to choose a funnel. So I'm going to go to, let's start with the lung capacity. We'll start there. All right. So I click OK. It does a check, and you won't see the nag pop-up happen again. All right. So we are here at website URL, structure, silos. Okay. This page is made up of two parts: your keyword grid and your control box. Okay, this is where the sitemap comes out on. The keyword grid holds all the actual keywords. All right, and we can switch between. If we add a domain over here at domain analysis, we can look at those keywords, and if we drill into keyword lists, we can see them. These keyword lists, we can see them all over here specifically. So you can sort of switch between them. If we want to draw into more keywords, when we come back to this blueprint, what's great about Digital Marketers Toolbox is one blueprint can make many websites. I'm going to show you guys how. So we want to focus in on, for now, I just want to focus in on one keyword. So I can come and delete everything that I have here. Please note that if you delete all the keywords over here, any content that you've generated with AI will get deleted as well. So if I look at the niche, respiratory training, there's 33,000 searches a month. If I click into this keyword, you'll see we have all these other keywords underneath. All right. So if I delete that silo, it's gone. To get it back to what it was, you can click on Create Website Framework, and this will be a back-end process. It takes like a minute or two, and then it will rebuild, reanalyze all the keyword research, and then map out where all the traffic flows. If you want to add any keyword manually, you can just simply come over here and say we're going to look at resistance bands. We're going to focus on that. And that's 40,000 searches. I want to build a site around that. If I click Add to Blueprint, it'll add the keyword. So let me just first refresh the page and make sure that this job's finished so you don't get confused. Okay, so it's still going to be mining. You can see there's 3 jobs to do. It's in a queue. So what I'm going to do now is just show you what happens when I add a keyword. I can tick off a keyword here and I say Add. And now I've added this keyword as a silo, but I've got it on the wrong structure. So I'm just going to change it to resistance band. We'll go to grip strength. We'll set that funnel. There, we've got back all the keywords from there. All right. So there we added resistance bands. I'm just going to delete that and add it again so you can see that. Yeah, we clicked on this button here that added our 4 silos and all the categories. I'm going to delete all those again. And that's what's cool about DMT is as we do keyword research and add more themes, we can click on this and we can see where all the traffic flows. We can come down to the list here and we're going to click on resistance bands. If I want to build an e-commerce store just about that there, I can add this to the blueprint. And this is where the power of Galaxis comes in. I can take this one keyword and I can click on Galaxis and it'll actually go and build a whole entire website just around the resistance bands. So let's just go add another keyword. We'll add grip strength. We'll add that one there. They both got the same. So I'm looking for the action mode. Just going to do those 2 there. I'm going to click on Galaxis and you guys can watch this in real time. What's going to happen now is Galaxis is going to blanket the button, so it locks it down for a 24-hour period. It's just to stop guys abusing it, and it'll process one job. But essentially what it's going to do is going to go build a whole entire website around those 2 keywords. So while we're waiting for Galaxis to finish the job, we can keep on adding. Sorry, let's pause this for a minute. Let me shut down Skype. And we can add either keywords from the grid. We can add custom keywords. So I can click on that there and say, okay, this is going to be about Zen grip. We can add that as a page. And as we see, it's working already. We still got a job going here. DMT's processed 14 jobs. We're still busy doing one. And it's going to keep on building out that in the background. So we'll wait about 5 minutes, give it a job. If you want to see what's happening with the content, we'll show you guys the jobs manager and the SEO progress manager in the next video when we get down to the actual content generation. So let's give us another little refresh, see what we've done. Still processing. And all we did, guys, was we clicked on the keywords we wanted. So there's our about page we added. We can have another page called store. So with the custom keyword, you can actually add whatever you want and customize the blueprint to be your own. All right, so it's still busy working. And from those two keywords, we found exercise accessories, fitness equipment, forearm exercises, grip improvement, hand strength, home workouts, muscle endurance, physical therapy, rehabilitation tools, strength training, about Zen Grip store. So can you see how Galaxis is starting to build out this website? So it's just another refresher. And when this job is done, what would have happened is in a few minutes, Galaxis would have mapped out all your silo pages for your website, would have mapped out all your categories and potential posts or articles. The reason why we got 10 over here is this is a framework. We're using AI to generate the map for us. We know that this niche is got 40,000 searches. We know that that's got 18,000. And when we create a semantic web around those topics, we're going to start targeting those topics on all our content. Then we'll get much more traffic coming in. So I'll do one more refresh before I click into the categories. There we go. The job's finished. So from two keywords, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 silos, of which 8 or 9 are new. So you can either click into the category level over here, or you can click on the keyword, and that'll take us one level down to see what's lying underneath. So under About Zen Grip, exercise accessories, fitness equipment, you can see all the categories it's mapped out for us. Forearm exercises, grip improvement, grip strengthener, finger, forearm grip, hand strength, coordination. So we've got all the nodes of relevance. Obviously, you can just delete whatever you want. And in order to see the entire blueprint, I'm going to show you two places where you can see this. You can either see it through the semantic content editor, the SERP editor, or if we come to the market analysis. So I'll show you market analysis first. And there's the brand new website that Galaxis has brought out for you. So you got resistance bands, exercise bands, the benefits, choosing. It's done everything for you, right? Strength training, fitness equipment. So if you're not into certain things, you can start deleting whatever you want. All right. So look at that big site that DMT has built for you. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to websites again. I just want to knock away some of these silos, purely just because I don't want to run too many drills, and I don't want to have that one there. I don't want to do the fitness equipment. It's all about the forearm. It's about grip. It's about hand. It's about home workouts. We'll close that. Muscle endurance, maybe. Physiotherapy, yes. Rehabilitation, yes. Strength training. Okay, maybe blow some of those away as well. So form, that's upper body, fingers, finger. Okay, so you go all the way through, delete what you don't want. Okay, so for this exercise, I was going to get the silos quickly. That's over here. And I'm just going to keep the two with traffic for now, just so I can show how we generate content. And I'll just leave those out the way as well. So if we click into that, we're going to have probably 10, 20, 30 articles here. So each one's got 5 categories, and under each one of those is probably 5. So I'm going to go down to the semantic content generator, and there's what Galaxis built for us. We chose a keyword. We know there's 40,000 searches, and there's the 2 silos we want to write content for. I'm just going to pick any one of them, click on that. And this is where Galaxis really shines. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to come in, and we know that we have to build content for structured people. So we've got 2 things. We can either build an article, which we're using for backlinks, or we can use them for the G sites. I like to basically do the structured outline, and then I go to ChatGPT or any content writing tools of your choice, and I go and create custom content with the structured outline. And this is what I'm going to show you over here. But simply, we click on this once. DMT is now going to go write 62 outlines for this entire website. All right. So in a few minutes, you can see how very, very quickly we are working. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going down to exports, to the jobs manager, and I click on this little tab, and you can see how DMT has done all this work for us. So we came in, we did a drill, we got our keyword clusters done, we did some more research, we built out the outline, now we're writing all the content outlines. Okay. So DMT will come along and will do all this work, check it. So we'll come see it's going to be knocking out all our little things for us. It's a refresher, it's processing, it's done a whole bunch already. So let's look at resistance bands. Okay, there we go. So what we do is we copy and paste these into ChatGPT, and this writes us a beautiful content. All we do is we modify and clean up this outline as we go block by block. So we've been basically working for, like, say, 15, 20 minutes, and we already have our website all set up and ready for us to go. So I'm going to let this job, all these jobs finish, but while we're busy with that, what we're going to do next is we're going to come down to the bulk SEO. And I'm going to click on this 2 or 3 times, purely because it runs in the browser. And what that will do is it's going to go do a preliminary SEO job on all our fields. So if you look at the semantic content writer, which we find over here, this is where we are, number 7. DMT is writing all our outlines for all these articles. We've initiated a SEO job that's starting to populate the meta keywords, the description, the titles. It's going to populate all that information. Let's look at the article. I'll show you the article as well. So you can see the articles are all pre-populated. So when we come in and we just initiate a job, wherever we have a blank space, synopsis, the description, the SEO will go and actually do a little SEO job and populate it for sale blueprints, populated with lots of relevant information. The URL slugs are optimized for you guys, but I would recommend coming in and fine-tuning them. But you can see that DMT has done a beautiful job with a few clicks of the mouse, and there we've got our 2 silos we want to target for our website. So I'm going to let this run its course. I've got our job manager. You can see how many articles it's written already. It's built all these articles for us. So this is where you can walk away, go stretch your legs, go do some push-ups, get some fresh air, make a cup of tea, get a coffee, whatever makes you happy. And DMT does all this work for you in the background. So for people to physically sit and actually map this all out, this is the biggest sticking point that a lot of people have, is how to choose the keywords, what are the questions. DMT does this all for you. And there's nothing stopping you coming in and going into website style architecture and actually using the keyword grid and adding more keywords in and more custom things after the fact. All right. But you can see over here how DMT is working, doing one job on all the SEO, and in the back end, it's busy doing all your content writing for all your article outlines. So I'm going to press this video for a second so we don't waste too much time. Oh yes, I've got to show you guys. If you press SEO Progress, while it's running in the browser, it'll pop open a little chart when you click on that link, and it shows you how much SEO is not done. So if you just click refresh, you can see it's working its way through all the queues. So if it does time out, just click refresh again, and the job will continue, and it'll do all the preliminary SEO work in your missing fields for you. All right, guys. So in literally 15-20 minutes, DMT's done 77 jobs. It's written all the outlines for all these articles. Now remember, each of these outlines can generate multiple different types of content types. Okay, and I'm going to show you how we do that. All right, let's check the SEO here quickly. Still busy, 20 jobs to go. So before we move on, I'll just wait till this is finished. We'll check it and we can show you what's happened inside over here. I just don't want to disrupt this drill. So I'll pause for this next second. Okay, so let's click refresh. All the jobs are done. Go to Digital Marketers Toolbox. All my content's written. So DMT has gone and prepped everything over here. So let's quickly look at the semantic content editor. In Galaxis, you can build generic outlines, generic content articles. You can build a semantic outline for a structured persona, an article for a structured persona, a spontaneous person, a relationship person, an analytical person. The bulk append, what this does over here is it moves whatever we have generated content blocks for across to the primary article field, which we're going to do shortly. It's one click and everything moves across. So when it comes to building a many-to-one relationship, right, many websites for one blueprint, we have all these URLs, right? Obviously, when we go optimize and do fine-tuning in SEO later on, we can tweak that inside WordPress. But what we can do is we've built all our content for a structured persona, okay? So we've run that drill. DMT's gone and created all this content, all right? There you can see it over there. What I'm going to do now is show you two other things. Whenever we generate a content block, it appears over here. We can either use Galaxis and all of the tools that we have over here to bulk edit all the content at once, or we can go article by article and we can use the semantic content block editor here. We can either create an article or we can build it block by block, so you got total customization. So you can choose what type of framework you want to write with. You can choose what type of template output you want. And then obviously lower down the page, just going to pull this up for a minute, we have access to all our keyword clusters. So any topics I want to add into the content template editor as a topic over here, I can take my top 3. So I can essentially say I want to add those. I do not recommend adding like 5 or 10. Rather build 5 or 10 blocks where it can properly answer and speak about those topics. So you add a content block if you're manually building, let it generate, come back, tweak your keywords, add the next part, add more keywords, build a block by block, and then what you would done is once that's done, you can basically copy by clicking on this button over here. You can copy what you want over there, and you can paste it in over here, or you can basically come down here, and if you don't like something, you can delete it, and you can copy whatever's over there. Okay, so for now, before we move on, we've got ChatGTP open over here. I'm just going to open this up and open up a new GTP. just to show you basically how this is writing an article. So now that we have our content article for resistance bands, if you're not sure where you are, you can always look at benefits. So we just go to resistance bands. That's a silo keyword. All I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that over there. And I'll show you how I like to generate content. So one method is we can just do a default pasting like this. And you come along here, just make little tweaks. Make things your own. And what I'm going to do is before the semantic outline here, I'm just going to press Shift and Enter twice if you're on a Windows computer. I'm going to go to my VOMA. I'm going to go to my brand, summary. I'm going to copy that. I'll stick that in there. I'm going to come back and take that as the target audience. And this is how I was saying you can essentially come in here and one outline can create multiple types of content blocks or articles. I like to think of them as blocks. You can use a framework if you want to. And we're going to talk to structured persona. So I'm going to put that underneath my target audience. Over there. And then the last thing we're going to grab is, we're going to use this. We use AIDA. Make that singular. Make a space here. And I don't need that. So I told it user AIDA, there's my brand details, this is the audience, write the article. So we can just chuck that in there. And I like that style. And this is how we write quality content. In detail, specifically designed for our audience. So what's awesome about Digital Marketer's Toolbox with the semantic content generator is it allows us to create customized custom prompts for the AI tools that deliver a superb result. So think about the persona we're writing to. It's answering all the stuff. It's telling them what it is, how it benefits that person, how to use it, what is the risks, insights. Here's where you do your external links to your authorities, what's available, where to buy, and what are the final thoughts. So yeah, you can see how we've quickly done it. So if I take this, I would copy this, I'd go into Grammarly or whatever AI editor I use to get the content right, fix that up, and then I just come back to DMT to my article, and I just paste it in like that. And there's the quality content written over there. Alternatively, if you've got someone else doing the job for you, what you could do is you could shift all the content blocks into the blueprint. So I was going to say bulk append. So I'm going to go bulk append. And for every single article now, we shifted our content block that we generated, which was the semantic outline, into WordPress. So we can see it over there. So it gives us our keywords. So if you guys are using AI tools within your WordPress, you can actually use this and quickly knock out your article. So that's great how DMT basically gives you all the building blocks you need to write really class quality content. So if we look at exercise bands, you can see it's done the optimization. If we go down to the benefits, it's all done. Okay. So another function is before you do the SEO, if you want to have a total SEO revamp, you can go flush all the fields. And what that'll do is it'll flush everything that's in there. Then you can basically go and say build, and it'll do the title, the meta keywords, description, headline, and the synopsis. So I'm not going to do that now because we have that all done already. I don't want to waste tokens and credits, but you get the point of how powerful Digital Marketers Toolbox is. So now let me show you in the next video how we move this from concept over here into an actual WordPress website. So it's going to shut down these jobs here for now. And you can see that DMT has done nearly 100 jobs for us in less than an hour. So let's just stop this video, and in the next one, we actually will move this blueprint into WordPress.